Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster and I thought I'd do another episode today on making our applewood bowl. Now, since the last episode, I've made a little bit of progress. I've kind of finished off what we were doing. I've thinned down the handles a bit. What I actually did was cut down here with a saw and then split out here just to thin them down to kind of roughly where I want them to be. And what I've been doing over the last sort of couple of weeks, I've just been sort of every time I've got 5 or 10 minutes spare, I've just been doing a little bit more work refining this bowl. I mean, you can see the colour difference here on the two sides. I was doing a bit of work on this yesterday, and obviously all around here where it's slightly darker is where I've not touched it for a little while. Now, what I want to do today is a little bit of work on these handles. We're no way near finished, but what I want to do is kind of refine these down, get them to a little bit closer to where I want them to be, and hopefully that will then allow me to see where I want to take the bowl from that point onwards. So what I'll do, let me move the camera just a little bit closer in and I'll show you what it is we're going to do next. Right then guys, so for this stage I'm moving over to my trusty gouge, and just as a side note, if you are looking for a decent gouge for wood carving, this is made by a company called File, P-F-I-E-L I think it's spelt. Now I've been using this for a number of years now, and to be honest I think they're really good quality, and if you're after a decent sharp carving gouge at a reasonable price, I mean I think this one probably cost me about £20, something like that, and yeah, the prices vary depending on the size of the gouge, the diameter of the sweep and so on, but these are actually really good sort of almost budget end gouges if you're looking for something like that. But anyway, so what we're going to be doing, the way I envisage these handles going is that there's going to be a sort of a slight depression underneath so that you've got something just to sort of get your hand into, or get your fingers onto, should I say. And the way I'm going to do that is just by using the gouge and just very gradually sort of carving out a slight depression. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this and not clamping it up and sort of getting the gouge and hitting it with a mallet is I want this to be very gradual and I want to be able to control it. So although it will take a little bit more time, essentially all I'm going to do is just very carefully remove small amounts of material. You know, and you can see hopefully there, you know, from the size of these shavings, I'm taking off very little material. These are very thin. You know, you can kind of, you know, bend them and snap them very easily. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend sort of 5-10 minutes just working on this. Once I'm finished, I'll move over to the other side, and I'll come back when we've got something a little bit more noticeable. Right then guys, so we're about done. I've done both sides of this, or both handles on this bowl, so hopefully you can see there we've got a slight indentation, not very pronounced by any means, and I only really wanted something just so you've got something for your fingers to sit into. And a couple of points I wanted to make is, one, I've just hammered in a piece of stick into my carving stump. That's just working as a little bit of a positive stop, just to stop it sort of moving around as I'm trying to do this. And secondly, the reason I'm doing it at this stage is because obviously we've not finished the final sort of wall of the bowl where it meets the handle. And I wanted to get this in first, just to sort of give me an idea of how much material I need to remove here, how much of a sweep I want to bring round. But essentially that's really all I'm going to be doing. I mean, it's a little bit untidy at the moment, sort of as you can see, but that's nothing to worry about because that will get tidied up a little bit later on when we're sanding. And depending on how I go with this, I may even make these slightly more pronounced later on, but I'm still debating on that at the moment. Right then guys, well that's it for today. This was just really meant as a bit of an update video, and obviously just to show you where I'm moving on with these handles and things like that. This particular project I'm taking fairly slowly, partly because I haven't got a great deal of time at the moment, but also because this is a really nice piece of wood, I wanted to let it sort of dry out very slowly. It's being kept in its plastic bag between sort of carving, and really I've been on this now probably about 5 weeks, and no signs of cracking, which is a good sign, and that's what I'm hoping we're going to sort of carry on with. That's probably famous last words from my part now, but basically I'm just taking this bit as it goes. Every time I get, like I say, a little bit of time, I'm just refining that, and I'll carry on doing that in between videos, so hopefully you'll start to see this sort of taking more shape come the next episode. But I hope it was useful guys. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll join me next time. Thanks guys.